Hey guys, xthedarkone here again for another little discussion about the game we all love, Yu-Gi-Oh! That's right, talking about it again. This time I'm using the Yami deck, as you can see. Gonna give that a try. So today's video, I want to clarify some things, cause just do killing before we get into our discussion today. That first of all, I just want to say how proud I am of everyone, because normally when I was doing these like discussion videos about Yu-Gi-Oh, I always, a part of me was always like, I'm gonna get some really bad comments here. For the most part, I genuinely thought most of them were going to be really shitty comments, because I get them all the time when I try and do new things that aren't GX Abridged, and I appreciate that's why you're here, most of you. You want GX Abridged, and it's coming, it's happening, it's not stopped. It's just, there are times I get comments of people getting frustrated that I post so many of these videos, other X-Play videos, stuff like that, but not GX. Well, I kind of want to just do a bit of cleanup work before I get into our discussion today, because there's a reason. I mean, I have to understand that GX and X-rated, for that matter, they take time to make. Okay, obviously with the baby, I don't get much time to actually, do the recording necessary, because it's just, I'd have to stop and start every 2 seconds. So it's not something that you can just do like that. Where these videos, where I'm basically just playing a game, or the X-Play stuff, it's literally, I sit here for about an hour or so, talk shit, play a game, then quick editing, quick rendering. It takes about 2 hours to make one of these videos, and that's just an hour and a half of that is playing it, and about half an hour is about rendering it. So I want people to understand that this game, what I do is, I do these because I like talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! I love it so much, and it's just, they're really quick and easy. These videos are really easy, quick and easy to make, and it's just, I like, giving you guys something to talk about. So I don't want to just be a one-trick pony where I just do GX. I want to do other stuff, and I found I really enjoy making these videos. These kind of like these videos where I duel, play my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh game, talk to you guys about Yu-Gi-Oh, and I've genuinely enjoyed going through the comment section and hearing and reading all your comments, and some great stories from the last video about how people got into Yu-Gi-Oh and everything. So yeah, all in all, it's very sort of happy about the whole thing. So with that, so I'm happy you guys are sticking by me, and I really do appreciate your patience and stuff. So yeah, I do appreciate that you guys want GX Abridged, and it is coming, and there's nothing much more I can do to that shit. That didn't go off as I wanted it to. Never mind. So anyway, let's talk. And speaking of abridging, that brings us on to our topic for the day, and that is simply this. Has abridging, as we all know, kept the franchise of Yu-Gi-Oh alive? Now, what I mean, but now, as we all know, we wind the clocks back to when Little Karibo made Yu-Gi-Oh Abridged, made abridging. He didn't create the genre. Let's just point that out, of the parody work. I mean, you can go back to, C-Lab and Space Ghost Coast to Coast and stuff like that. But he kind of redefined the term abridging. You think abridging now, you think parody. That's not the original meaning of abridging. To abridge something doesn't mean that. It means to shorten a story. To tell the unabridged version of something is just to tell the shortened version of the story. But Martin kind of gave it more of a meaning to it. It's like, oh, it's actually a parody. So it's a shortened version of the story, but in a parody sense. And obviously that's kicked off a lot of stuff, From that, we got Naruto Bridge, then, we had Lanny Bator and all his stuff, and then obviously Team 4-Star kicked off, and me and Shady, and then it's just sort of, everyone from there on is just kind of gone and carried it on, and that's Bridge has just become this sort of thing on the internet. If you do parody work on the internet, it is often referred to as abridging, and a lot of the people who love parody work are like abridged work. So sorry, save my Dark Magician Girl, so I get 2 cards back. But the question is, has has Abridging kept the franchise afloat? You know, not just Yu-Gi-Oh Abridged, but you know, Team 4-Star Bridge. Now, I want to clarify. I'm not saying. For example, I'm not going to start by saying, "Oh, if it weren't for Abridging, these franchises would be dead." That's just ridiculous. Of course, I'm not saying that. But have people stayed fans of the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise because of Abridging? I don't know. A part of me likes to think maybe some people. I have heard stories where people said they stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh and then they started, and then they saw bloody, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh Abridged, and that kind of sparked them to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh. So you know, you can argue that Abridging has actually, you know, kept people's interests. I mean, obviously, if without Yu-Gi-Oh Bridge, without GX Bridge, you know, it wouldn't have changed anything. We would have still got Yu-Gi-Oh as it is. You know, obviously Japan don't give a shit about fucking Abridging. So it's just a case of it hasn't changed anything in that regard. But I mean, as far as popularity, part of people enjoy it, I think it has, because I mean, you know, I think that it's not just Abridging that's done that. I think fans in general keep the franchise alive in their own way. I mean, there's all kinds of fan stuff I love watching. There's this new thing I started watching. I've only watched the first episode, but I've been meaning to get back onto it. It's like a live action. I can't remember the name of it, but I remember enjoying it. It was like a live action Yu-Gi-Oh sort of show, really. In fact, I'm going to open up another topic. Actually, I'm not going to make this. Take it back. I'm not going to make this about Abridging. If it does Abridging, I'm going to say this is going to be about fan topic. The fan topic. You know, does fuck? Oh wait, I'm doing good. Okay, so because I actually did get asked a question a while back. What would be my ideal Yu-Gi-Oh show, and I have actually been wanting to create my own original Yu-Gi-Oh show for a while now. Ideally, I would have liked my ideal Yu-Gi-Oh show to star my group of friends of Team X-Force, and it would be a much sort of darker story. Like, it wouldn't be. I mean, obviously it is quite a dark story, but it would be more, I want to say, adult themed. So with, you know, if shit went down in a shadow duel, you died. You know, I wanted it to take it to that sort of extreme side of things. I'm gonna make a risk here. Oh, what should I do here? Right, I'm gonna play the skilled dark magician and equip him with mage power. So yeah, it essentially would start. I say start. It would be focused on. I've always imagined it to start out of all the Team X-Force people. I always imagine it would be focused on Jace the Face, and all the other characters would kind of circle around it. So it would start Jace the Face, kind of like. Have you ever seen the anime? If you know about the anime Genshiken, it's about a bunch of anime fans. That's kind of how I would envision our anime to, or show in general, to be focused. You focus on like the other there is that guy in the central, and then you've got all the sort of really out there characters. I'm not saying Jason's out there, but I feel like the show should star him because he's the youngest member of the X-Force, and I think it should be from his point of view. It should be his point of view, and like Rob and myself and Forceborn and all that should be like the Kybers, the Joeys of the series, where we're just as big of an influence of the show, but it's a case of, oh fuck, what? When the fuck did that happen? What did he do? Oh, he played that. Right, fair enough. Is he squawking? He's chatting. But you know, that's how I always imagined it. I like sort of running like fictional scenarios through my head about, you know, when I'm just sat on a train or something. I like sort of running these like stories through my head. But I've seen a ton, like some great artists like Slifer the Sky Dragon. She is a great Really great Yu-Gi-Oh based art. She does like obviously Slav the Skydragon based stuff, and I really like her work. And you should definitely check her out on DeviantArt. Lady Nanak has also done some great Yu-Gi-Oh pictures as well. You have. I like the one you did with. I think my favourite of yours is the one with Neo-Spacian Grandmo and Dark and Armed Dragon.
Oh yeah, fucking stupid mole.
Basically,
Fucking mole.
yeah, it's a good. I'll tell the story. Basically, she she used Armed Dragons in her deck. I can't remember who was using Neo-Spacian Grandma. It wasn't me.
Daniel.
Ah, right, it was him. She kept using Neo-Spacian. She kept using. She'd go off and she'd bring out bloody Armed Dragon level 10. But then the guy she was dueling kept throwing out Neo-Spacian Grandma and kept doing it and just kept bouncing her level 10s back, and it kept pissing her off. So she drew this picture of basically Neo-Spacian Grandma just sort of going just like this, not giving a shit, and it's just it's not dark. It's Armed Dragon level 10's head just sort of peering out, going, "What the fuck?" But yeah, getting back to Cypher, she does I think I don't know if she still does it, but she does Yu-Gi-Oh calendars as well, like Yu-Gi-Oh themed calendars, and I think she would get like different artists and different cosplayers as well. I remember one time she got Melinda Chan. Don't know if you guys know who Melinda Chan is, who is a really great cosplayer. She cosplay. I think she does like Yugi. Kyle does Joey. So, and they were like they're really good cosplayers, and they would do like this. So they'd have pictures of them in their cosplay, but they'd have different artists doing calendars and stuff. And like I say, and even Martin, he sells T-shirts of his show, Yu-Gi-Oh related show, and I think it's these elements that sort of keep Yu-Gi-Oh sort of where it is. Like I think it keeps fans interested. Obviously, fans are still interested in the show, but there's always going to be that time when there is no show. We've seen all the episodes. We as fans, I always feel we need that sort of void. We need something to fill that void until the official guys decide to give us new stuff. And I think for Yu-Gi-Oh, I think that's when the fans really come in. You got fan fiction. I mean, I'm going to jump on to another I say franchise, not really a franchise, but I'm going to talk about when Kim Possible ended. Big Kim Possible fan, me. Don't know if you know this, but big Kim Possible fan. And when it ended, I wanted to fucking I didn't want it to end, so that's when I started writing fanfic, and that's kind of how I got on the internet. That was like the first thing I did on the internet. So that was kind of how I got into the sort of internet thing, because I didn't want Kim Possible to end. I wanted to fill that void, so I wrote these stories and posted them up. I made a Yu-Gi-Oh Kim Possible crossover fanfic as well. Again, because of how much I love the show. And people liked it, and it just seemed like a great. It's always we all as fans. If you love something, it's always you never really want to see it end. And I like how fans can have this great evolution and stuff. Like with Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z has done it. Team 4-Star guys. Again, they have nothing to do with Dragon Ball Z still being as popular as it is, because it's always been popular, and fucking the people at Konami, I'm an idiot, at Shonen Jump are still re-releasing and making new shows like Dragon Ball Super. They're still keeping the interest there, but at the same time they're also doing this. No. But obviously there's only so much Funimation people can do with shit, so it's a case of they're there because fans were like, oh, let's and they even got to the point now where they're kind of acknowledged by Funimation. Funimation are like, yeah, we like these guys. I think even Funimation have sort of accepted that their involvement, their fan-made production has become such a big thing now, that it's like it's like a snowball just rolling downhill. It's just getting bigger and bigger. It's just gotten to that point now where it is just totally unstoppable. So I think fan So if you're a fan of something and you want to get involved in whatever way, shape, or form, don't be put off by anything really. If you're watching something and you genuinely don't feel that it's reached its peak and you want to carry on, then let your passion drive you. Really, I mean, I know I do all the time. Getting my fucking ass kicked right this second though. Gonna have to hit him with this dark hole. Yugi's getting his ass kicked. Or 23. In fact, this is where Yugi's got to turn around. Come on, give me a good card. Give me Buster Blader or something. Draw. Wizard's Valkyria. That's not what I needed, but it'll start. Dark hole, I guess. Boom. 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 Oh, fucking dick. What's he doing? Oh, he's summoning that back. Oh, no. What? Oh, I forgot about that effect. Shit the bed. Oh, I just set that in, I guess. Don't think I'm going to win this one. I made this deck focused around summoning the gods, but obviously that's not gone quite according to plan. What was this? Talking about fan involvement, wasn't I? I also like... What's that? There's a Dragon Ball Z fan animation that's out. Isn't there? I can't remember what it's called. I know Masako plays Goku in it. Is it AF? Something like that. It's basically... This is the perfect example of, like, ultimate fan adaptation. Because from what I know, it's an animation that's based on a very popular fanfic. Like, I don't think the guy wrote the fanfic who did the animation. I think it's based on this really popular fan animation fanfic that someone wrote, and it became like so popular in the Dragon Ball Z fan base that it's just this guy it was what made this guy go, right, I'm gonna fucking make this a thing. And I am fucking fucked. I suppose the best course of action would be Summon Skull, actually. It's the strongest monster. Summon Skull. Technically a Yu-Gi monster, so you can't give me shit for it because he uses Summon Skull. Summon Skull. Oh no, I don't. Oh no, I can't negate it. Oh fuck. Oh wait. Oh yeah, roll it. Work. Does that win? It worked. Yes! Go Skull. Go Skull. It's the done thing. Top. Right. So I fucking scabbed my way through that move. That was how much of a fucking Yu-Gi draw was that? Heart of the cards there, drawing Monster Reborn to bring back Summon Skull. Okay, why is he summoning that in attack mode? No, what's he doing? Why would he summon that in the... What? Oh no! Oh, you fucking clever bastard! Ah, shit. And now he's gonna use fucking Giant Germ. Fair enough. I've just got germed to death. GG. So yeah, I'm gonna call it there because I kind of made my point there. Really, what do you guys think? Something I'm gonna do for next video. I want to do a comment special. So I want to do a comment special for next video. So I'm gonna be going through all the old videos and looking at questions asked. But for this video, for the comments in this video, I want to know what you guys think of the Yu-Gi-Oh fandom in general, and do you think Abridging and the fan, the fan element, and I don't mean the fans because that's just, I mean like fan projects that fans themselves take upon themselves to create these fan projects like this Dragon Ball animation, etc. Do you think that helps keep not necessarily the fandom alive, but the franchise alive? Obviously, the fandom helps keep the franchise alive, but do you think these fan projects keep stuff like does Yu-Gi-Oh Abridged keep the fans of, do people who like Yu-Gi-Oh Abridged still like Yu-Gi-Oh because of Yu-Gi-Oh Abridged, etc. And again, so if tell me what you think on that regard, and if you have questions that you want to discuss about, again, leave your name or your YouTube tag and ask any question about. It doesn't have to be about Yu-Gi-Oh. You just want to talk about anime in general, but Preferably Yu-Gi-Oh, because this is a Yu-Gi-Oh discussion series. So yeah, pop your question down below and I'll do a comment. The next video will be a comment special where I basically refer to comments and talk about them for some weird reason. Anyway, I lost again. I'm not doing very good. I should start using my own decks, really, because I've never done this badly on this game with these kind of decks. So I should just start using my own decks. But again, the deck voting is up, so keep your own deck votes coming in and let me know what you think. So comment below, but be friendly, guys, because it's only a game. So take care, and I will see y'all later.